Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 124. We're currently playing as Kaiser Arnulf of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm III, who himself was the son of Kaiser Wilhelm II. Unfortunately, our heir is our grandson, but we don't know anything about him, so maybe it will be fortunate. I don't know. We also have Prince Anselm here as our second in line of inheritance, and he's quick, so he might be really good. We'll have to see. Fortunately, he's 0, and Baron Arnulf here is 3, so they'll grow up at about the same time. Anyway, we're currently in 2 wars. The 14th Holy Roman Sunni Revolt, which is here. And we've got an army headed towards it. Lovely, that is Duke Imek's army. It's got plenty of things. And we're also involved in the Yaiki conquest of Bilyar, which we're in as an ally to help out our Volga Bulgarian brothers. And Duke Marcus's army is headed up to, manage that little thing. Got an army sitting here on this fucking Turov with its heretics and all that sort of shit. We may be moving them off at some point. Let me just see where other armies are. We've got one sitting in England just waiting. Watching. The usual. That was Feitmar's army, and we've got one down here headed towards... right. In the last episode I mentioned that we were going to check out There's a helicopter outside, I think. That was not what we were going to check out. What we were going to check out is I apparently have not disabled fucking Steam. Where's the thing? I have no idea if you guys can see that, but now we're offline, so good. Anyway, as I was saying, we were seeing whether we could take an empire title which is completely drifted to the HRE, so it only becomes titular, i.e. the Wendish Empire, and if we could actually use that as our primary title for the purpose of converting to Europa Universalis IV. The good news is we can do that. We absolutely can do that. It works absolutely fine. I believe we're going to be stuck with German ideas though. But that means that we're going to take Minorca off the Caliph. Because Minorca is part of Hispania, and more importantly part of Andalusia. So we'll begin to get Andalusia drifting to the HRE. And of course, we should be getting... we had Portugal converting already, I saw that here. Yeah, Portugal, Galicia will start, Asturias will start, Castile will start. Aragon and Navarra will not for the moment. I need to take those provinces off these fellows, but we have truces for a while with both of them. Yeah. And do we have a truce for Aquitaine? Yes. Yes, we do. That's alright. And we actually have a truce running out with the King of Bulgaria. Yeah, it's all go here. Alright, let's get rid of those messages and just check on these armies here. 3rd of June, 17th of May. So we should intercept this army. Oh, and Lower Don has converted to the Catholic faith. Wonderful. Where the fuck was Lower Don? It's one of these things, wasn't it? Yeah, here. It must have been Tengri or something? Oh well. Good on it. It's mine now. What's this? Okay. Well, you know what? He can seek claims. It's fine. Was there something else to do with de jure drift down here? Yeah, these guys. The Duchy of Tigris is slowly integrating itself into Poland. For some reason. Because of this guy, he also holds Mazovia. That reminds me. The King of Bohemia and Lotharingia. my friend, my brother. So, I don't want him to be the king of Bohemia and Lotharingia because that is a lot of land. And if we look at it here, direct vassals, Bohemia, it's scattered all over the place. Look how ugly that is. Ugh. So what we're going to do is claim Yatvyagi. The Pope will agree. Because, you know, he's a righteous bro like that. And also, if he doesn't, I will march on down to Rome. Right up into, what is it, St. Peter's Basilica. Say, Pope. Good old Pelagius the Fourth. Spread him, because I'm about to kick you in the nuts. So that's why he'll agree. Very reasonable of him, actually, isn't it? There we go, we got a claim. So now what I'm going to do is... we can't actually revoke it. We can't revoke his sole county. So we're going to get a claim on Lithuania as well. Pope will get back to us in a few days. Such hatred from the Pope. It's wonderful. We had a battle down here. Right, the Sunni revolt is over. Nice bit of piety for us. Now, let's see. I believe that these guys were up for an invasion. Yep, looks like it. So just head into Dailam. They need to reinforce their numbers. Looks like they lost a few. And they've got a big army here. Whoa, someone. Yep. Somebody is making a claim on them. From somewhere. And somehow they raised 18,000 troops. They must have had an event fire or something like that. While we're here, we'll just check the Shardam. Yep, still got a truce there. Alright, it's all good. Oh, in the battle up here, we murdered this fellow. Excellent. 23% war score, let him rot. So that's really good because it's helped us get more control over the war. And now we'll head on over and beat up these guys in Bilyar. Good, Pope gave us our claim. So now, what we're really hoping for here is that the King of Bohemia says, hang on. No, I don't want you to revoke my title. So that we have a little bit of a war with him. Which we'll win. Amalfi has converted to the Catholic faith. Must have been Orthodox. He accepts my decision. That's kind of a shame, isn't it? Where is that? Lithuania. There we go. So, de jure, it is this area here. So, I'm going to give it to the Count of Trakai. Congratulations, buddy. You are now the Duke of Lithuania. So he should dislike the Bohemian king. Well, that's fine. I can't usurp it from him, because he's a king, of course. I can't revoke his kingdom titles. I can't press any claims on him either, so I'm gonna have to force him to rebel somehow. And he already doesn't like me, which is good. I can't force him into a factional revolt, because there's no way anybody's going to have enough men for that. But I can get him excommunicated. It'll cost me 100 piety, and his relatives, who are my guys, will also be insulted. You know what? We're gonna do this, because we can't imprison him, because, you know, reasons. We can't retract vassalage because that's also a bad thing, you know, 15%. All that sort of thing. And now we just wait on the Pope to do his Pope thing. My daughter requires an education. Well, we've already got one who's good at diplomacy, but this one here, where are we? There we are. Already pretty good at diplomacy, so let's just see. Let's make her good of stewardship. Let's send her to, the Duke of Swabia. Done. Come on, Pope. These guys are going to try and evade and fail. Good. Our army down here is in position, but still reinforcing. Excellent, he has been excommunicated, so now we're just going to imprison him. Ah, fuck you! I wanted him to... You know what? No, he's a Littlefinger, that's bad. That's bad. Subby, that is bad. We're going to ransom him, though. Just, you know, be a real dick to this guy. Of note, let's just check out some things. Littlefinger. I need another Littlefinger on the list. Here we are. He doesn't care. Yeah, looks like nobody actually cares that I had him excommunicated. Cool. Okay, good. Well, okay, so he accepted the ransom. He's still excommunicated. Perfect. So that was definitely a dick move on our part, but you know what? Fuck it. It was kind of funny. Let's put these guys back in Oberbayern. Actually, no, let's send this army around the long way like that. Alright, let's go kick the shit out of King Bruno, that rebellious traitor. Oh, it's kind of a massive dick move, I know, but fuck if it wasn't hilarious to me. Hey buddy, I hear the Pope doesn't like you, so just step into this jail. Oh, no worries, I'll do that, you know. And, you know, maybe you can talk to the Pope for me, you know, get that excommunication lifted. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. So that's going to be like $250? Oh, no problem. And, you know, after that I'll just let you go. Oh, okay, that's awfully nice of you. Yeah, about that. Just step into this jail for me. Massive dick move. But it's good, because now we can take Lotharingia off him. I don't mind him having Bohemia. Wait, where is it? Just this area here. That'd be fine. Now, we do have a reason for doing this. Beyond not wanting him to be a king. Excuse me. When... Oh, we called him the Aquitanian. Oh, that's fine. No, you can do that. I got an army right down here to just send up into Aquitaine. Don't worry about it. And I think everybody still has commanders. I'm just checking around the place for that. Because you never know who he's actually taken with him. Oh, he's actually involved in a rebellion as well. Oh, no, a Sinite revolt? Pfft, whatever. Anyway, we're doing this for EU. For Europa Universalis 4. Because when we get split up into, you know, the clusterfuck, we are going to want to vassalize what are known as the Elector Count, or the Elector Princes of the HRE. Bohemia is very likely to be one of them. Very likely. And the bigger it is, the harder that will be for us to deal with. So, we need to reduce it a little bit, and that's what we're doing. Almost there. That'll be a fairly easy CG. We're getting a bit of lag on. It's a little odd. Hopefully it's nothing too major. We're just going to have this army continue to sit there. This one, now that it's out of danger, can kind of move up there as well. Yep, makes a good move. Through non-dangerous territory. Wonderful. Must be the Bohemian army down there? That's weird. Oh well, good on them. Ah, the Byzantines joined in, did they? So they did, so they did. Well, I'm gonna just try and get this done. Nice and quick. Peasant revolt, of course, in Mortain. All the way over here. Oh well, what I'll do... Let's see, 13th of August, 18th of August, stop them moving into again. They'll stop. And then I'll start my move. 20th, 19th, but they're moving into Saint-Ouen, so just go all the way up there and deal with the peasants. Then they'll be in a good position to strike into, what's this, Orléans. Good, good. How are we doing up here? Oh, that's assaultable. Lost a bit from our maximum retinue cap, purely because of this little rebellion. Ah, and we can invest in legalism. Now that hasn't increased our personal demand size. You can see the difference between these two levels here is just that dukes and kings get an extra +1. But it has reduced our short reign in year penalty, so now we only have the short reign penalty for, what's this, 7.63 years. And when we go up again, in a lot of tech points time, then we'll be able to get that +1 that we're after. Excuse me. Yeah, see the fucking trade posts all over the place, but we took something important. Okay, we successfully nabbed Franz Lauderfinger. He's second in charge. Does he count? Yeah, he counts, so we hold on to Prince Franz because he gives us 5% war score. Lovely, and lastly the bishopric. Beautiful. Now these guys can head down here to Olomouc. Mook. Looks like we fucked up some guys in Saint-Ouen. Lovely. How's everybody else doing? Little concerned that the Byzantines got in on this because, well, they can form a large army if they get their act together. But, well, I'm kind of hoping that we can get this done nice and quick. Because we are totally enforcing demands. And over here, this war should be over fairly quickly, I gotta say, because we've got the ticking war score. The Kievan can't really do anything. So, you know, we're hoping there. This guy is an adventurer, and he's going to attack Cyprus. Well, good on him. I kind of hope he takes it, because Cyprus is an Orthodox territory. And if he takes it, it will be... still Orthodox, apparently. Alright. Fine. Yeah, they're just ripping up these trade posts, which... it doesn't actually contribute anything. Skane, what are you doing down here? I know Ascalon came up here and started stomping on your territory, but what the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously. Just bizarre. Down here as well, wow. Jeez. I mean, I guess, you know, it's good that you're building stuff, but can you do it a little bit more reasonably? Another thing we will want to do for the EU conversion is save up money. In particular, when we get to when we do the clusterfuck route, which may be what I'll call it, I don't know. When we do that, we're going to need the money because we're going to have an army which is just way bigger than we can actually support indefinitely. Like, we'll be at a negative income. That's what I'm saying. Either 10 or 25% of the gold that you have gets translated through into the EU currency, which is ducats or ducats or ducats or however you say that. Ducks. I'll call it ducks. So you get 10 to 25% of this value here as ducks. And, you know, having more of that would be greatly beneficial. Not just for the sake of the army, but because then we could build buildings, all that sort of stuff. Come on. I can't believe that England is elective. That's weird. We catch these guys? Yup. Just have some of these little minor sieges on for the baronies that we really don't care about. Mainly the ones that are held by the Knights Hospitaller or Knights Templar. So, while we're going to be saving up money, we are by no means going to be neglecting this sort of thing. Is our battle with the Peasant Rebellion? As expected. Good. And now we just send these guys down to Orleans while we get rid of the peasants. Thanks for the free prestige, I guess. Well, 20 points of it, but it was free. This army here is practically reinforced, so... what to do about these guys? I mean, they haven't even raised troops out of anywhere except down here. I don't know how they have 18,000 just sitting there. That's too concerning. I don't want to deal with that. What about the Chilonids? Can we deal with the Chilonids? In a year. Exactly 1 year we can deal with the Chilonids. Hashemites? Yeah, we got them. Okay, the rest of Basra then, if you don't mind much, sir. That's what I'll be taking from you. Okay, these guys are about to pop into Olomouc. Mook. We're going to be having some slow sieges here, unfortunately, just because the king of Bohemia and Lotharingia only owned one province up here, and we already took it. So everywhere else is going to have their full troop complement, all that sort of jazz. We may try assaulting with this army here, because it's bigger, but this one here we're not going to do anything with. We're just going to have them sit by, nice and relaxed. A little concerned that we haven't gotten any notes about the Mongols yet. Though I guess we start getting them maybe 10 years before they show up. You get messages about the Great Khans from beyond the steppes, gathering and all that sort of shit. Like, they don't just pop out of nowhere. You get a warning. Not that that helps most of the time. Fucking Mongols. Bullshit. Oh, we have the game paused. Hopefully not for too long. You know, we really can't build anything yet. We've still got a way before this building is done here. So let's look at making some territories for people. Just make some ducal titles, spread the load around a little bit. So the Duchy of Flanders, oh, of note, this will lower these two amounts that we're getting here. That's alright though. And the reason why it lowers it is because currently we're getting the tech points from counts and things like that, I believe. And that's why these numbers are so high, as well as the fact that we're an emperor, so we have a massive multiplier on it. So we may lose some of this. We won't lose any of the military tech, but that's because it comes along so goddamn slowly anyway. But it's worth it. Maybe Luxembourg? I don't know, I don't particularly want to hold anything in the... bugger it. We'll wait until the end of the war. Like, good, conscientious-minded people. Wonderful. Plus opinion with the Doge of Solano. That's good, that's handy. Everybody appears to be doing what they should be doing. Good. Okay, so this siege we may press. Just because I'm really sick of these Byzantines just besieging these little baronies and shit. We're gonna have to go on a massive Byzantine hunt at some point. Now this is interesting. Here is Alania. Here is an Alanian Liberation Revolt. That's going to be fighting against Khiva. They have 16% war score. What they will want to do is take over all of this land. They may be able to. If they do, that's great. I'll fuck them up. What is he? Orthodox? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more awkward to fuck him up. More awkward than, you know, beating up this Tengri guy anyway. Oh, come on, just win this war already. Whatever, bro. This guy... well, he was a peasant leader, so to the oubliette. Alright, let's get some fighting in. Whoops. Must have clicked up there. Church infrastructure in Nidabaean increased to level 4, which means not much. Ah, now here's something. Universities. We have enough money to buy universities. More universities. Of course we do. So, let's do that. Another university, my friends. The University of Kirchhoff. Okay, the war score has jumped up 2% from that. Holy shit, really? Is that all? Fuck. This could take a while. Unless there's a big army rampaging around somewhere. Well, the Byzantines have formed up an 11,000 man army. But it's headed down to Antioch. I could try and intercept it with Duke MX army here. Maybe. It's not wonderful. You know what? Alright. Let's try that. See how we go anyway. Never be too sure. Unless that happens to be your hip-hop alter ego. Too sure. Is there a guy called Too Short? I think there is, and I seem to remember thinking that it was the most terrible hip-hop name ever. I mean, Too Short. Okay, great. There's a Byzantine army here. 8,000 men, I believe it was. It's fine. Just keep on besieging some provinces, we'll be good. Yes, of course you'll pay that ransom. These guys are going along fine. Where's that reinforcement army? Here it is. No, everything looks good. Ah, that's an issue. Particularly considering it takes us forever to get out of these territories. head on over like that. What I'm doing up here is trying to avoid that little army moving into an adjacent province to this army here, just in case they decide to go at it and destroy it. Which, hey, they could do. No, now the Byzantines are moving somewhere else. Alright, bugger it. I'm not chasing them around everywhere. I'm going to attack this one. Let's see, maybe the Byzantines will move up to Orleans and be very nice to me. We have a Finnmark peasant revolt. Now, if I remember right, Finnmark is up here. Oh, that is going to be the most annoying revolt to put down. Bloody hell. Alright, boats. I need boats. As many as we can get. Well, presumably 210. That's the magic number. So currently that is 134. That's not bad, just out of the south of England. Hoping we can get a bit more than that though, that'd be real nice. On 78. That should do it. Yep, beautiful. More than does it, but, you know, fuck, whatever. Yeah, and we'll send them all into that one province. What you can normally do is get your boats to head to, like, a better province, like maybe Dorset here, and we'd have these guys march down there, but it's not that bad. Like, I'm not that pressed for time. Whoops. Okay, we lost some sieges in the Byzantine realm. That's fine. We only lost them because we didn't care about them. I wish these Byzantines would stop moving. Or, you know, make up their mind what they're doing. Come on. Okay, good work. Now I'm just going to leave that army there to besiege this town while they reinforce a little bit. We're getting a very small amount of war score out of these occupations, like only a couple of %. That seems wrong to me. It used to be that occupations would get you a lot of stuff. Now they're headed to the lower Volga. I'm fine for how we're moving around, it's alright. Occupations used to be the way that you'd win a war. You'd beat the army and then you'd go and occupy all the stuff, and that's how you would win. Actual battles counted for very little. They changed that at one point, Paradox did. So that now battles are pretty much the thing that wins you a war. Which I'm not sure if I like. I mean, one big decisive battle, yeah, sure, it's a good way of getting rid of it, and it's kind of the multiplayer sort of thing. It's easier in multiplayer to lose a war to a big battle and be, okay, sure, done with it. You know, have whatever you were having and then go back to, you know, existing again. Whereas in single player, the issue there is that, yeah, you get into this big battle and you lose it, that's alright, because then you can come back. Like, you can put down your armies and, you know, reinforce them and all that sort of stuff, and regroup depending on the size of your, you know, nation and all that sort of thing. But apparently that's not a thing to do anymore. Which is a little irritating to me, I guess. Bit of a divergence from the way things were. Ugh. Okay, so there's plague here, typhoid fever, which is why we've lost a fair number of troops here. But it's alright, because Basra has enough of a supply limit to last them. Must have just popped up. There. So they'll reinforce, burning through our money as they do so. And everything will be fine. I think this army is heading up to Bilyar, which is good. I would like them to do that so that I can beat them up and get us some more war score. Excuse me. This army's almost fully reinforced, so I'll just attack. Great. And attack again. Severin has converted to the Catholic faith. Our guy is in Helsingland, which is probably still Norse. Yep, still Norse. And then we hit the barony of Melee here. Wonderful. These guys have lost a lot of characters somehow. Maybe dudes died, I don't know. So we're just going to have to replace them before we send them up there and then over here to beat up this army. .4 years old. When Baron Arnulf here gets to being 6, I want to, well, I want to tell him who to be educated by. Because he's my heir, so I will be educating him. 0% from that fight. Pfft, fucking whatever, bros. Fucking whatever. Excuse me. Alright, these guys are in position. I'm not going to attack into these lands right now because, like, holy shit, 5.4. And, you know, I don't want to lose more troops just due to attrition, and we would lose a lot of them. Like, a massive, almost incomprehensible amount of troops would just die due to being plagued and in the desert. Now, we're not going to do the amphibious landing, so these peasants may have the chance to run away, which would be annoying because I want to keep the boats raised so I can ship Duke Siegfried's army back to England. And unpausing the game would help. We have a lot of money again, so let's just see if there are any... Yep, more universities. Okay, we pulled this lady out of the place. Let's ransom her back. And have some nice quick sieges. Ah, now what's this? This is a white peace offer. We do not want that. Decline. We're going to win. This white peace bullshit. You're a rebel. You're a traitor. And yes, I caused you to be a rebel and a traitor, but fuck you. Pretty much. The Byzantine Emperor himself has come to the shores of France to get his shit kicked in. 12% from that, only 12%. So I'm going to head up to Lusigny and then through there up there. It'll be fine. Get rid of all of this. Ah, we built something in Moldorf. Castle walls again. Alright. How are we doing up here? These guys have landed. They're out of supply. That's okay. Oh god, it's going to take them forever to get there. An amphibious landing could have been possible, but we would have lost a lot of troops doing it. Maybe not. You know what? Bugger that. Yeah, let's do an amphibious landing. Boats have to stay still. These guys have to get in. There we go. Amphibious landing. Kind of. We're in debt. It's not a big deal. Looks like we wiped out that Byzantine army, or they disbanded or something like that. I didn't see a second message. Yep, alright, so fucking Heresy is appearing in these Sunni places. If that doesn't go away, like this Heretic Stronghold modifier takes 10 years to go away, even if you convert them away from the heretic religion. Kind of irritating to me. Oh well. Plague's still here. So these guys are kicking around a bit. Got money back. Another Yazidi heresy appearing. I mean, look, I'm glad that the Muslims are getting heresies turning up, but why in my shit? Like, let's be quite honest about that. Why not in their stuff? I mean, they're the ones with the terrible moral authority. Oh well. I will deal with it. Okay, so in 2 days we'll have... There we go. So we didn't actually take an amphibious landing penalty. And that's presumably because we weren't marching on. We were landing and disembarking. But we do have half morale. Not a problem though. It's seriously not a problem. It's a wipeout. We win, you lose. Thank you very much. Get back on the boats, and the boats will take you down to Essex. Or, you know, send them all the way around properly. Yeah, will be nice. A few people died. So just check our armies. Or the ones that we can check anyway. Ah, good, these guys are together. And taking attrition. Ah, because that war ended. Right, so these guys have now been out of supplies, so they take a bit of attrition damage. That's alright. I'm going to send them up here because we were going to declare war on Perm for Perm, basically. Yeah, I know it's not exactly very original, but it's what we're going to do. In debt again, it's really not a concern. Independence only has 6% worth of men in it. Led by the Pope. God, he hates me and I love it. Alright, we're back in the black. A truce is expiring with the Chulanid Sultanate in 60 days. That's lovely, but I'm kind of waiting for this typhoid fever to fuck off before I take Kuwait. Meal Saddam Hussein up in this bitch. Alright, got another siege going on there. Ah, good. One of my guys has declared war on the guy who holds this county independently. This barony holding here. So that's good. That's just a war that I won't have to deal with. Thank you, buddies. Finally, Helsingland has converted to the Catholic faith. There should be no more Norse. Where are we? Religions, come on. Skip past it probably. There we go. Let's see. Norse, 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 Norse. Norse, 0. Winning. Alright. Now, the Somanesco, I guess, are next. Yeah, so let's deal with this one up here. What's this? Samoyeda. Now we basically just want to get rid of those so that we don't have as much revolt risk hanging around. That would be very nice if we could do that. We're in debt again, of course. Good, good. We're really making pretty good progress here, buddy. You sure you don't want to, just give up? If I were you, I'd give up. I wouldn't, actually. Because, well, territory. Making money again? Somehow. Ah, this disease is still a thing. Okay, so the good news is that the Comanche army is being whittled down by the attacks that it's having to make on the adventurer host there. So what we'll probably try and do, because our army is in position, is when typhoid fever fucks off, we'll hit them up for Kufa, and then we'll hit the Hashemids up for Q8. And everybody will be happy. This fleet's almost home. Come on. Haven't actually had the vassal penalty thing pop up yet, so we're doing pretty well. More Sunni heresy showing up. So right now, the Iberian Peninsula is fucking terrible. I mean, look at this, 56% here. But we only have religious unrest. They're not a heretic stronghold. This one is. Maybe there's something about spreading it from, like, the stronghold area. Which could be interesting. I think there might be a mechanic to do with that. I'll have to look it up, I guess. At some point. Maybe. We'll see. There's a big Byzantine army about to land in what I believe is Santone again. It's alright. There it is, 14,000 men. You're kidding, we just captured a barony and it only gave us about 1%. This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to besiege all of your shit and you're going to love it. Excuse me. Let's put these fleets down. Piss off. Piss off. Fuck it. There we go. Really? Can we ransom this one? Yep, 10 gold. Okay, so there's no longer typhoid in Kuwait, but it is still present in Kufa. So let's hit up Kuwait. Or hit up Sultan Muzaffardin. The Hashemid Sultan. We're holding a prisoner? We're holding a few prisoners, actually. None that he'll deal with. So, I believe that was part of Basra. Certainly is. Off we go. And it won't take us long to get there at all. Now, we could have done the war for Shaka over here, just to, get rid of it from our territory. But, well, fuck that. Now, I'm thinking of making Basra a republic. What's our trade like? Let's see, they need to have trade free. Oh yeah, they've got it. So when we take Kuwait, we'll actually give it to whoever will own the city of Al-Afra here, and then when we form the Duchy of Basra, we'll give it to him. Sounds good to me. It'll give us some trade over in these sea zones. Well, until we get rid of it. Because remember, that is one of the kingdoms we're going to be getting rid of. So it's a temporary thing, but hey, why not? How are we doing over here? Everything good? Yeah, everything is totally good. These guys have finished their move. They're taking attrition though, which is annoying. Perm has very low attrition values. We're not going to get much more than that. How many men can Perm get? They can't get many allies, from what I can see. Let's just check their ally list. One ally, and he's a vassal of someone. Presumably this guy. Yep. How many men can you raise? I'm going to assume that it's not many. You know what? Easy way to do this. Perm has 1, 2, 3, 4 counties. There we are. So 11 holdings, 2,000 men. So what we're going to do here, split our armies in half. One of these armies will have no leaders, so we'll assign it some leaders. Send one up there, send one down there. And they'll be getting there on February-ish, so we'll wait until the 1st of February before we declare war. And we try and remember it. This is seriously the slowest war. I know it's a rebellion and all that sort of shit, but it is seriously one of the slowest wars that I've ever seen. It's just bizarre. I mean, occupy is mean holding and all that sort of business. Maybe I'll have to go and kick in those Byzantines again. Maybe. Now these guys need an assault on because we are losing troops. Dai Lam has converted to the Catholic faith. That was not where I sent this guy, was it? No, I sent him to Samoidia. I'm gonna have to end the episode fairly shortly. Oh! 50 tech points from Tobruk. Let's have it in military. It went to economy, that's fine. Our next economy purchase is probably going to be the next level of town infrastructure. Just to even it up with everything else, I guess. Anyway, yes, we're going to end the episode fairly shortly, after I declare the war up north with Perm, I feel. Just because otherwise I will totally forget it. Wonderful. Victory, we kidnap this guy. Great. Is he ransomable? Yep. Is he anybody important? Yes, he is, so we're going to keep a hold of him. He's worth 5% war score. Ah, rebels in Turov. Big surprise. Everybody is shocked. Let's go deal with them just with this army before it needs to sit on a siege or something like that. Just seriously, I can't believe that this guy's just advancing so slowly in terms of war score progression. I mean, these ones are giving me like 10%. Understandably, it is the actual place that we're attacking, but really. But yeah, once we're done with Kuwait and can move into Daman, it'll be a lot better. Masambria converted to the Catholic faith, so yeah, good on them. Okay, off you go. Alright, we're about to declare this war. Once we try and ransom some people, thank you. Oh no, the trade post of tunas. Fucking hell. Alright, we gotta get that war going up north. Perm. Declare war. It's a holy war for Perm. Go. And that is where we will leave it. So, as usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. We're still looking for which colour we're going to use for our blob version of Europa Universalis, the current options. This yellow of Hispania, the darkish blue of Francia. This sort of, it's hard to tell because of the grey streaks, but this sort of white of Italy. This salmony colour of Carpathia. The grey-green of Rus. The light blue of Scandinavia. There you go, you can see it through the greyness. Or the maroon of the Wendish Empire, which I can't show you because it's a titular title. So those are your options. Go ahead and let me know what you think. If you liked the video, please leave a like on it. And if you liked it so much that you would enjoy seeing more, well, please subscribe. In the meantime, though, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.